stuffed mushrooms, one of my favorite foods. Guys, this is one of the best bites of food you'll ever have. Since going plant-based, this is seriously one of my favorite tasting foods that I made. And I made some incredible stuff, as you guys know. Watch this video. You got to learn how to make these stuffed mushrooms. Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is going to be a really fun read at the Rodgers. We haven't done a read in a while. So if you see one of my other videos, we did the most amazing plant-based Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. We made the cheese from scratch. We did the vegetables up. We had peppers in it. We had onions. We had mushrooms. We had tempeh. Just did some really amazing Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. And now I'm going to show you how to use the exact same ingredients to do like 2 or 3 more recipes. And it's going to be really fun. So what we're going to do, as you can see, I have some button mushrooms that were left over. So I've never done this recipe, so I don't have it written down. I'm just going by what I know, okay? So one of my favorite things to eat at parties and when I used to cook for parties and things is I used to love to do stuffed mushrooms. I almost got known for my stuffed mushrooms. I'd use portobellos, I used button mushrooms like these, all kinds of different mushrooms. Anytime you could stuff, I got really well known for it. I would stuff it with all kinds of different things, cheese and crab and things like that. And I can still make imitation stuffed crab mushrooms too. That sounds really good. But I thought it'd be really fun. I looked at the ingredients and I said, you know what? A stuffed mushroom would be really good out of that. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to I'm going to build my stuffing first. So the first thing we're going to do is take some of our Philly cheesesteak filling that I made, which is, again, mushrooms, tempeh. It's got some peppers in it. It's really protein packed. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of that. And I'm doing like 1, 2, 4, like 7 mushrooms. So I don't want to put too much in there. And I'm kind of looking for a little bit of the smaller pieces. You could always cut these up if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of filling. And then I'm going to build these out just like I used to build out my regular stuffed mushrooms before I became plant-based. Then I'm going to take some vegan Parmesan cheese. This is just pepitas. It's like 4 ingredients. It's like pepitas, some nutritional yeast, some garlic powder, and some salt. I want to put a little bit of that in it just to get it started. If you want that recipe, I think it's on one of our other videos. I believe Lauren Panoff and I did it. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. And then I'm going to take some of the Philly cheesesteak. We're going to call this cheese whiz that I did, or whatever it is. It's a non-dairy that I made out of a roux, some cheese sprinkles. I'm going to put a little bit of that in it. And again, you don't have to loosen this up or anything now because we're just using a little leftover. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in it. All right. And then we're going to take a little bit of Daiya cheese shreds. I'm not a huge fan of these in general, but in other stuff, they're pretty good. So I'll put some cheese shreds like that. And then we're going to take some cream cheese, some vegan cream cheese or dairy-free cream cheese. And if I can get it open, I'll use my tofu knife to get it open. Take some dairy-free cream cheese. This is chive. I chose chive for this one.
Ooh,
right there.
My favorite.
And it's so good. Like, I don't love all. Really, really good. And it's pretty good in calories too. And it actually has 2 grams of protein, 60 calories per 2 tablespoons, which we're not using all that. I'm going to use a little bit of sour cream, vegan sour cream. This is my favorite, this kind right here. A little vegan sour cream in it. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that and see kind of how much we have at this point, just to kind of see. And what's going to happen is all that stuff's going to bind to the cream cheese and to the cheese. See how it's kind of all binding together a little bit there? That's what we want for a stuffing. So we're getting all that mixed together. Get that mixed up a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit more like of this mushroom and tempeh in here. Like that. Again, no recipe. I just looked at the ingredients I had, and me and the cameraman Ken were sitting here like, what should we make? Let's make some stuffed mushrooms. We had those mushrooms literally staring us in the face. So I'm like, let's stuff those. What do we have? And this is what we came up with. So looks really good, actually. I'm going to add a little bit of nutritional yeast to this, just to give it a little bit of more of a cheesier flavor, and just a few more things of the cheese here. I think that looks pretty good. So that's about what I was going for. Stuffing looks good. So we're going to set that to the side for now. Like that. And I got this set up here. I'm doing something with that. Just hold on. So we're going to take the stems off the mushrooms. I'm going to use a few of these. I'm going to chop them up and put them in the mixture. I'm not going to use all of them, but I am going to use a few of them.
I do the exact same thing.
Yep.
I'll saute them up with vegetable broth, with onions.
Yes.
And throw that in the stuffing.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great way to do it. Now, the bigger trumpet mushrooms, the ones that are really long, I like to take those and cut them into like the size of scallops and kind of brown both ends and put them on pasta. Really, really good. So we're going to take maybe 2 of these and cut these up. I'm going to cut them in half and maybe quarter, and then let's dice them a bit, just like that. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to just add a little bit of more flavor to our stuffing. All right, that looks pretty good actually. So I'm going to take that and throw that in this mixture. Get that a little bit stir. That mixture looks almost exactly like I want it to. So here's what we're going to do. Take this tray I have set up right here, oven pan, and I'm going to put the mushrooms on here, like that. Let's stuff these bad boys. Let's just put them on. Again, get creative on what you want to stuff your mushrooms with. On literally anything works. So I'll stuff these in here like this. They're looking good. It's really kind of gooey, just like I like it to be, so it sticks in the mushrooms. Nice and thick. It's going to just create a really good crust. One thing I think that we could use on top of these that I don't think I have are some breadcrumbs. Would be really good on the top of these. Just like throw some breadcrumbs on there. But I don't think we have that now, so we're going to finish stuffing these. You'll probably see this fast forward. I'll probably be doing this 1,000,000 miles an hour by the time you see this. All right, that looks pretty good. So that's kind of what I want them to look like now. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to taste this because a good mushroom stuffing you should be able to eat and taste good. I'm not going to say it's bad on camera even if it was, but it's really not bad. It's so delicious. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's gross. I'm not going to do that. It was really good. All right. All right, hold on. Let me get another spoon. I'm going to let Ken taste it just because you don't have to take my word for it. I'm going to get a spot I didn't eat in. And this is raw, hasn't been eaten, hasn't been literally nothing to it. All right, Ken. Just to prove that I'm not just saying that.
Cheesy.
Yes, sir. That's what we're going for. That's good, right? Even like soft, right? What do you think?
Good.
Good. All right, so what I'm going to do to finish this off is I'm going to take some of this instead of the breadcrumbs. Put it right on top like that. Again, pepitas, some nutritional yeast, garlic powder on that. I'll put that right on top, just like breadcrumbs. And then we're going to take this. This is just some vegan melted butter, clarified butter that I just clarified in the microwave. And we're going to pour that over the top of these, like that. And that's just going to really help those cook up, get a nice flavor. Oh yeah, those are going to be amazing. And then we're going to put these in the oven. I would say in the oven, I'm going to go 400 degrees, 15 minutes. And we'll see how they come out. So I'm going to go put these in the oven real quick. I don't know why I always use this outside little oven. I like to use it. I do use my regular oven some, but not that often. So I'm going to throw this in here. And we're going to let it go. And we'll see how it is. All right, back to the kitchen. These just came out of the oven. Oh, they smell so good. So I stuffed these with leftover tempeh, mushroom. We made Philly cheesesteaks out of these. So I'm going to call these the plant-based Philly cheesesteak stuffed mushrooms. So let's see how they are. Here we go. Oh, they're hot. Woo, hot, hot, hot. I'm going to have a fork. I have to do this with a fork. All right. I'm about to do I had to do these with a fork. Here's some big mushrooms too. Once these cool off though, one of my favorite things to oh, look at that cheesiness. It's just, you can see just the cheese melting off of this.
How did you take that whole bite?
It's hot. It's hot.
There's steam coming out of your mouth.
It's so hot. It's so hot. Oh my gosh. Here, I gotta tell you this. Guys. I'm serious about this. Since going plant-based 2 years ago, we just threw this together with leftovers. That's seriously one of the best bites of food I've had since I went plant-based, barbecue included. These things are the bomb. These things are amazing, Ken. Oh, so good. It was so hot that I burnt the whole roof of my mouth. I got to eat the other one. All right. These are so good, guys. Stuffed mushrooms. I burnt my mouth twice. They're so good. I want to eat every one right now. Guys, you got to try these. So good. It tastes like there's bacon in them. I can't figure out how, but it tastes like there's bacon in them. We'll see you on the next video.
Maybe the tempeh crib stuff.
Oh my gosh, so good, guys. Oh, amazing.